1 minute, 1 minute. I need a bit of a coffee. Wominjeka, Kuzazangpo, Kimcho, Salamat Pagyabakaba, Asana Sante Bawana, Talofa. G'day, how are you? So I'm just covering up crap in the background with my signage there. I had them printed off ages ago, maybe a couple of years ago, 3 years ago. Haven't used them because I'm always been in the outdoors. I'm going to be talking to you about my backpack, my go-to bag. I'm going to be swapping this over. You can see it's got a bit of a hole and it's quite chock-a-block, quite full, and I need a larger bag. So what I've done, I've picked up a backpack, all right? This is it's probably at least 1/3 larger than my current bag. If we put it sideways, you can tell straight away the height and width and all of that sort of crap. So this is, well, or probably double, at least double the size of this. So as well as emptying my smaller bag, I'm going to be emptying my old camera bag. This is where I kept screwdrivers and spare batteries from a Sony camera and you know, a few bits and pieces. But because I'm always filming now with my iPhone, I don't need that camera bag. But bear with me, people. I used to carry, hang on, first of all I'll show you what I'm filming with. If you can see in the mirror, yeah, so that's what I'm using. Obviously you can see the iPhone there and it's making that little visual thingy, and it's leaning against the Gatorade bottle, and that's the other half of my microphone. That's a receiver which plugs into the bottom of my iPhone, and that's my new bag. All right. But anyway, today's video is all about changing over my backpack or go-to bag. Now, as I've said before, and this is only general advice, you don't have to listen to me, you know, you might be just amused by watching my videos. I really don't care. I've said this before and I'll say it again, have basic essentials on your body. That's number one. Number two is have a go bag or some sort of backpack where you have extra bits and pieces, extra food, extra water, and things like a live straw. Everyone should have a live straw. That's an absolute must. I would also say in your go-to bag is some sort of handsaw, okay, to cut up firewood. If you're lost, always have a spare cigarette lighter and or a box of matches, and always have some sort of torch. I would probably advise you to have a head torch. Okay, this one has got various settings. Red, 3, 2, 3, 1 and 2, yeah. So, but what I've also done, this is my old radio torch and alarm. It actually has a siren on it, and I'll turn it on. Okay, so I might actually keep still using this, but, keep, what am I trying to say? I will keep this in my larger bag, even though the torch doesn't work properly at all. What I have done is I've upgraded a little bit, and we got bloody kids next door playing games. Hang on. I don't know how long the bloody kids, I hope they haven't been annoying you. I'll just close the door. They're banging the side of a garbage bin or something. So what I've done, I've updated my radio, and I know I'm blubbering on. I've updated my radio. I bought a new radio. This one is chargeable via a lead, a cord, which plugs into your power point. It's like an iPhone plug, one of these ones. Okay, so that plugs into there to charge it. But also you can charge it via solar and via a hand crank. So there's a solar panel here. There are all your settings. It even has an alarm, as well as a radio and a torch and an aerial. All right. But as well as solar, it also has a hand crank to charge the system. And you can see the red light there. See that? That means it's charging. But if it go really slow, the light doesn't come on. So you have to hand crank it a certain speed. So that's my new radio. On-off switch here. It's a bit fuzzy because the aerial isn't up.
My daddy said, son, you're going to drive, if you don't stop driving that hot rod Lincoln.
Yeah, drive your hot rod. Radio and torch on the side. It's not a very bright torch. It also has an alarm. I don't think I mentioned that. It's not a very bright torch. So, I mean, that torch is good for like doing up your shoelaces or, I don't know, cooking your needles on a fire. But I bought a brighter torch. Now this torch, again, if you're Irish, your wishes come true. It's a solar powered torch, but it's also a hand crank torch as well. So you can charge it with a hand crank. So it takes, I mean, obviously there's some sort of lithium ion battery in this and in the radio, but it doesn't take the standard traditional AA, AAA or 9-volt batteries. Okay, it's got some sort of new fandangle battery in it, which you don't replace. So this torch is quite good. It's got different settings. No, it doesn't. Yes, it does. It's got a flashing one as well. So it's a normal torch. That's brighter. I don't know if that's SOS. No. It's just a bit of a strobe. Okay, so that's my new torch. So new radio, new torch. I know I've spoken a lot, so one other thing I'm going to mention before I pause and before I transfer everything into my bag, into my new bag, is I have deliberately found a waterproof bag in which the backpack can fit inside. Okay, so if it's pouring with rain, or if I need to cross a river, I can put my new backpack into this bag, okay, and cross a river. And obviously, as the instructions say, seal the bag at least 3 times. So curl it up at least 3 times so the water doesn't penetrate. And then you can seal it. And then you cross your river, or if it's pouring with rain and you've sheltered under a tarpaulin or your poncho, at least your backpack won't get damp and all of your stuff inside the backpack stays dry. But I would probably strongly advise you to always have your first aid kit in a sealed container anyway, along with any perishable foods like muesli bars or peanuts or chocolate. Okay, if you're a smoker, also spare cigarettes or spare tobacco or filters or papers. Keep them in a sealed plastic Tupperware container. Because it's nothing worse than an angry smoker who can't have his or her fix of tobacco. So, and I'll show you a few different containers which I've bought. Bear with me. Whether it's food or first aid or medications or tobacco or a spare pair of socks or a first aid kit, always handy to have Tupperware containers or plastic bags. These are actually microwave proof, so you might prepare a meal or even a rice dish the previous night, because you know that you're going to go for a 20k hike or a 10k rafting trip or whatever. You can prepare your food, put it in your containers. I would probably advise you to actually double it. Put your food in a container, especially, well, yes, food, double it, because the last thing you want to do is have this lid open up and spill everywhere inside your backpack. What I mean by double it is have a container, then seal it with, you might put a rubber band over the whole container, and then you might put this into a plastic bag and seal the plastic bag as well and fit it into your backpack so it doesn't spill. It might be at the top, it might be at the bottom, it's up to you, but make sure that that it's accessed easily enough, and while it's in the bag, if it does shake around by you walking, it won't spill. All right, I've spoken long enough. This has gone for 20 minutes already. I'm going to continue to, that's a spare basic belt. Always take a spare belt as well, people. But what I'm going to be doing, I'm going to be emptying my bag, and I'm going to be doing the old FIFO trick. FIFO means first in, first out. So basically what you should be doing anyway, at least once a year, if not twice a year, If you don't eat the food inside your bag, swap it over for fresher food. So if I've got music bars or tins of tuna or even mints, okay, I'm going to swap them over. If I haven't eaten them already, I'm going to swap that over at least once or twice a year so I don't get poisoned. Here's another thing, thermal rescue blanket, notepads, what else have I got? Multi-tool, what's in here? That's mosquito repellent. Also, and obviously it's in a plastic bag, so any liquids like suntan lotion or mosquito repellent or essential oils, it's another lighter. Fold out fork, anything like that, another lighter, especially liquids, whether it's mosquito repellent or essential oils. You've got to make sure that you put them in a plastic bag because they can spill quite easily. Whoops. Gloves, scissors, comb for combing out leeches in your hair, yeah. Another important thing, energy supplement, and write the use by date. If it's not clear, write it on the side in Texter. Okay, so that's used by 1st of the 8th, 2024. Okay, and you know, tins virtually last forever, but it's very good to swap over tins. Okay, so I'm going to be going through my bag, a little mirror, and updating this. I'm also going to be updating my medications, so I've got sore throat lozenges, headache tablets. So not only swap over food, swap over medications and first aid, okay, or essential oils or whatever, okay. You might have old medications loose, but you should be doing this. I've even got a measuring tape as well. I did have I've even got a peg. Anyway, I'm going to be going through this bag, people. I did have a bottle of essential oils. Also multi-battery for charging your mobile phone. Make sure you keep that topped up and charged. What I do, I've actually got 2 of these and I've numbered them, number 1 and number 2. I just swap them over periodically. Wilderness wipes. So if I need to do number 2s in the bush, I've got something to wipe myself. Condoms, you can carry water with condoms, or if you need to use them for the intended purpose, at least you won't have little humanoids running around 9 months later. Right, I'm going to leave it at that. Also, pens and writing implements, test them as well. The lids might have come off and dried out. Okay, so every 6 months, you know, just go through the whole thing. Empty your bag, your backpack, and just go through the whole thing. New food, new medications or headache tablets, batteries, swap over batteries in your head torch, charge batteries, do a whole stock take as such. This is also my part of my fire starting kit. This is my pencil sharpener where I sharpen a stick, and by sharpening a stick I create, get back on, come on, I create little filings to start a fire. So anyway, I'm going to let you guys go. I'm going to pause this recording, and hopefully at the end of it, tissues, glass wipes for my glasses, at the end of the tape, plastic bags, at the end of the tape I'm going to be all sorted with my new go-to bag. It's also very important, one more note, take it or leave it, don't overfill your bag, always leave some gap. As I said before, you might drop by a bakery, you might drop by your supermarket and buy more food. So leave enough more space, leave a gap in your pack to put more food if you go shopping, or more drink or whatever. Also, a couple of other things I'm going to add to my new backpack is some more clothing, and even like stuff like a roll of Gorilla Tape can be very handy. I'm also going to add some twine or string. I'm going to add 1 or 2 of these stretchy cords as well, and I'm also going to add a survival handbook, anything from insects to footprints to starting a fire to various shelters. Very, very handy to have a book like this. And I'm just flipping through. First aid advice, recognition of plants, etc., etc. Water purification. I'm also going to add this one as well, a basic geography book as well. Anything from, volcanoes and fault lines, how to read maps. It's basically a dictionary with various meanings, but I would strongly recommend a basic survival guide like this, which is very small, okay, to put in your backpack, and if you can, put it in a plastic bag so it doesn't get ruined, okay, along with your maps, paper maps being ruined as well. Alright, so that's my bag with my magpie friend. Basically I've got sections. You okay, mate? So this is a little bit of food. That's a spare belt, mince, tuna, muesli bars, etc. And a knife, fork and spoon. In this section here, I've got sort of my fluoro vest in case I get lost, so I can be seen easily. I've got a poncho, a rain poncho, gloves, and wet wipes. And so in case I need to do number 2s in the bush. Hang on, bear with me. So I've got wet wipes and tissues. This camera isn't very, it's not flat at the base because of the cord. Let's open up these sections. Are you okay? You keep on eating, mate. So in this section I've got my charging cord and my spare batteries, or spare battery. Basically notepad, pens, comb, a couple of small tins for spares, I know I'm not very good with the camera. Here I've got my first aid kit. That's quite a large first aid kit now in a Tupperware container. Bathers, I'm going to go swimming. That's a waterproof bag. Deodorant, and right up the back I got spare clothing. A couple of spare boxer shorts, spare t-shirt, spare socks. And also in this section I've got the radio I bought, which I may or not shown you yet, and my new torch in that section as well. It's all very neat and tidy. Oh, that's my straw, my live straw there in my clothing. I put it in my clothing because it's a filtration system. It's a little bit fragile. So anyway, that's my new bag. It's a nice soft one, frameless. See you, mate. Nice thick straps, padded straps here, and a centre, a waist buckle. So I did weigh it with all this gear in. It weighs 8 kilograms. I don't know what that is in pounds. I think pounds is double, isn't it? Or 2.5. So if it's 8 kilograms, it could be, and here come the duckies. You're okay. What's that, 16 kilo, 20 kilo. And here's the ducks to say good day as well. 5 little chickadees. I'm going to leave you now because I'm going to have a swim. It's quite warm now. Summer's coming. And I'll leave you with these ducks, mother, father and 5 little ones. This family of ducks actually lost, I think, 3 little chickadees, or maybe 4 or 5, when they were very, very young. But there's a little family of 5 now. So I'll let you guys go. That's my backpack. And you have a good day. I'll see you later. Okay. Be good. Be prepared. And do your bloody homework. Alright, see ya.